Hey, how's it going, YouTube friends? It's me, your one fuzzy boy. Never! Now eternally scarred in the worldwide ick with the world gone crazy, so you need escapes. My show is here for you. Yes, it is the only show with lemon-scented limes, lest I forget, and the only show with a supernatural, super awesome third eye. I mean, we're not apologizing for this. It's a bad joke, but if you did, laugh! Then thank you. It's Wednesday again, my friends. I want to thank you all for being my YouTube friends once again. I say it every week. Truly grateful to have YouTube friends like you. Thank you for clicking that subscribe button and that little bell icon, because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and you kept on caping on, and now you're my YouTube friends. Thank you. Movie review time. Enough of this. And today's movie is F9, the Fast Saga. I guess after you hit 9 films, it is a saga. It is PG-13. It is 2 hours and 25 minutes. Didn't feel like it, but I had a really long day, so I felt it later. It's an action-adventure auto drama crime thing. From director Justin Lin, who has been a mainstay on this thing. He had a bunch of writers, though, who aren't the usual guys. He had Daniel Casey, and he co-wrote on this along with Alfredo Botello, based on the works of Gary Scott Thompson, who is a mainstay on this franchise. But kind of fell behind. I guess he's out now. Stars Vin Diesel. I like Vin. He's a good actor, but he's starting to really show his age. Michelle Rodriguez as well. I'm guessing aging these people up is going to happen. Jordan Brewster's in this, along with so many other names like Tyrese Gibson, Ludacris,
Natalie Emanuel.
Not the thing Emanuel, which I'm sure I'm pronouncing her name wrong. Charlize Theron's in this, along with Helen Mirren. God's sakes, she's a treasure. And so many more names. I'd love to read names all day, but you don't want that. We can do a stream if you want that, because we have Twitch now. If you want me to read a lot of names, make sure you hit me up in the comments. I will do a live Twitch stream about that. Production companies were Race One Films, which I believe that is Paul Walker's company. God rest his soul. Roth Kirsch Films. Perfect Storm Entertainment, Original Films, Universal Pictures, a distributor here in the good old United States of America. God bless America. Land that I love was Universal Pictures.
Special effects. Hold on to your hats, folks. There's so many people here. We got Big Flick Rentals, Blind, Clear Angle Studios, Double Negative, Factory VFX, Industrial Light and Magic, Pot of the Trinity. God bless special effects here. Lola Visual Effects, Proof, Toronto, Jevin Culture Media, which is a new one on me. MX2 Pursuit. I've seen these guys before. I love what they do.
And that's a lot of names. There's many more to read, but we're going to skip that part. On to my thoughts on the film. This isn't the usual Fast and Furious. I like it because it's more story-driven, but you've got to remember, I've kind of fallen off the franchise wagon with this. I think it was around 6, right before I think it was around 5 or 6, right before Paul Walker's death in 2013, where I just lost interest in the whole Fast and Furious. And that's when they brought in James Wan instead of Justin Lin. He got rid of Chris Morgan and Gary Scott Thompson as writers on this thing. And they brought in Daniel Casey and Alfred Bordello, which I sort of like. I mean, you're never going to say that Fast and Furious, the original Rob Cohen, based on the article by Racer X, by Ken Lee, written by Gary Scott Thompson and Eric Burquest, it's gonna always be something that's going to be in my happy box. That and Too Fast, Too Furious, because they were so good. Singleton was a great director there, and then Justin Lin came in with Fast 3, which was Drift, and then Fast and Furious, which I still liked. It was around 5 or 6 that just I don't know. It got too WWE car ballet of destruction for me. I don't know. I really still like the franchise, though. And I feel like this is a good closure. But I understand that they're going to do another one. And you know what? We've had closure for like the past 2 films now. And don't get me wrong. It's a great film. I love where it goes. I love that, Vin Diesel and Michelle Rodriguez have, the family now. And Tyrese Gibson and Ludacris have their moments as, Roman Reigns and Tej. And, Natalie, I can't pronounce her name, Nat Thean Emmanuel is a lovely character. I just don't remember her because I've kind of fallen off the franchise wagon. And, 7 wasn't so interesting to me, and 8 was the Cuban Adventure, where we tried to have Dom have more closure, and we got some closure, but now we have even more closure. I don't know. I like some of the things here, and one of my favorite things is one of the greatest hoopties of all time. This is your cars that break down. This is a lemon. Gets shot into space. Tyrese Gibson and Ludacris, and it has the best moment in the movie, and I don't want to spoil it for you. If you know what car this is, post it in the comments, but don't post it in the comments. We don't want spoilers here. After Hobbs and Shaw, I've kind of just wanted to move on from this franchise. I don't know. I love the cars, but this one was very, very Dodge heavy. Chrysler, Fiat heavy. And I miss that first experience with the whole original The Fast and Furious, the original one, Rob Cohen. And I'm going to have to keep going back to that because that's the one that hooked me on the franchise in the first place. And then in that year was also Driven, which greatly influenced my life. And I'm just not seeing that same thing anymore. And it's losing its appeal to me. Justin Lin is a great director. I just wish Scott Thompson and Chris Morgan were still writing on this. I don't know why. Not that Daniel Casey and Alfred Bordello are bad writers, and I can't say that there's a moment where they had a hard time in the storytelling. And it's a decent film. I love it. I love the characters. I don't know if I'm just over the Fast and Furious as a whole. I mean, I still love everything up to Tokyo Drift, and Fast 5 is still sort of a fan favorite to me, but I feel like they're really, really suffering from sequelitis here. And the whole backstory filler here, I feel like if you're a hardcore fan with Dom and his brother, who's played by the whole Hobbs and Shaw thing, has kind of put a dent in the series. I love the wacky cars and the rat rods and stuff in that last one, but we just didn't have as much of that here. And maybe the series is losing steam over the years. I don't know. They're also breaking reality and everything else and all the laws of physics. But it is what it is. It's a decent film. I wasn't bored. I want to see what CinemaSins thinks here. I know I've missed or overlooked something here, and I can feel it. So I'm going to leave it up to them. Let's do our numbers for all you people who just want the box scores. It is a 5.5 on IMDb out of 10, and I can see why. There is a couple of Fords here and a couple of really nice exotic cars, but there's just not as diverse. They're all basically stock cars. And people are tuning in for that wild, over-the-top exotics. It's a 60% on Rotten Tomatoes with an 83% audience score. It's not an unlikable film. It's just... I feel like the franchise has lost its way a little bit. I definitely see this as a TV watch. Like I said, I've kind of lost interest in the franchise, so it's pass on a DVD buy. And I've seen it in theaters, and if I've missed anything, I'll wait for it to be on. I'll wait for it to be on TV. And with all that said, if you like what you see in here, make sure you hit that like button. Likes and views are how YouTube works now. It's not the way I like it. It's just the way it is. And remember, all comments are 100% guaranteed response. I miss your comments when they're not there. So please hit me up in that comment section. I miss it. You know, I have to ask. I have an Amazon. I have a Patreon. It is not without your support that keeps this channel afloat. Thank you so much for your support this year so far. And thank you for supporting my American dream. And with all that said, for a final time, if you want to see more of this nonsense, make sure you click that subscribe button and that little bell icon.
Ring a ding ding.
And I will see you all in the next movie review. Bye!